Amy Roloff divorces Marek's second wife. Shocking LPBW twist. Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. For Roloff family's latest news updates, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. For nearly 2 decades, Little People, Big World has taken us deep into the messy yet captivating lives of the Roloff family. From love and heartbreak to farm disputes and generational drama, fans have seen it all, so they thought. But now, a shocking development has stunned even the most loyal LPBW followers. Amy Roloff has divorced Marek's second wife. This revelation has left fans reeling, not only because of Amy and Chris's once solid marriage, but also because it involves a past many never knew about. The cracks in their relationship, which once seemed unshakable, now appear wider than ever. In this detailed breakdown, we'll explore everything from the fairy tale beginning of Amy and Chris's romance to the bombshell revelations about Chris's hidden history and how it ultimately ended with Amy stepping away from the marriage. Amy Roloff first captured viewers' hearts alongside ex-husband Matt Roloff. Their divorce in 2016 ended a marriage that had been central to Little People, Big World since its debut. While Matt moved forward with longtime girlfriend Karen Chandler, fans worried that Amy might never find true happiness again. But in 2017, sparks began to fly between Amy and real estate agent Marek. Unlike Matt, Chris wasn't part of the Roloff farm legacy. Instead, he was an outsider who quickly became Amy's safe place. His charm, patience, and kindness seemed to fill a void in Amy's life after years of struggle. By 2019, Chris popped the question with a romantic proposal. Their wedding in August 2021 at Roloff Farms was a grand event that TLC cameras proudly captured. Fans around the world celebrated with them, calling it Amy's second chance at love. On the outside, everything looked perfect. Amy had found a partner who seemed committed to building a life full of joy, adventure, and stability. But as reality television has often shown us, appearances can be deceiving. What many fans didn't realize was that Marek had been married before. And not just once. Chris had a second wife in his past. While Chris had occasionally hinted at previous relationships, the details were never made public. According to sources close to the couple, Amy allegedly discovered documents and private communications that revealed Chris's history with his second wife was more complicated than he had initially admitted. The revelation reportedly shook Amy's trust to the core. She began questioning not only Chris's transparency, but also the foundation of their marriage. For a woman who had already endured heartbreak in her first marriage with Matt, this betrayal was doubly painful. Amy is said to have felt blindsided, wondering why Chris kept this part of his past hidden until it was too late. The Roloff matriarch, known for her honesty and resilience, now found herself in yet another whirlwind of emotional turmoil. The unraveling of Amy and Chris's marriage didn't happen overnight. From the outside, they were still smiling for cameras, posting sweet Instagram photos, and appearing together at family functions. But behind the scenes, tension was brewing. According to insiders, Amy began noticing subtle signs of distance in Chris. He grew more guarded with his phone, often taking calls in another room or stepping outside late at night. While some might have brushed it off as work-related, Amy's intuition told her something wasn't right. Her suspicions were confirmed when she stumbled upon legal documents connected to Chris's past marriage. These papers reportedly revealed not only that Chris had a second wife, but that their separation had been far messier than he had ever let on. Financial disputes, unresolved property issues, and lingering emotional ties painted a picture of a man whose past was still very much alive. For Amy, the realization was devastating. She had gone into this marriage believing Chris had been open and transparent. The Roloff matriarch, who had already endured years of mistrust during her marriage to Matt, couldn't ignore the red flags a second time. Friends say Amy confronted Chris directly. The conversation was explosive, filled with accusations, tears, and anger. Amy demanded answers. Why had he hidden this from her? Why had he allowed her to believe she knew his full story? Chris, caught off guard, allegedly tried to downplay the situation, insisting that his past marriage wasn't relevant to their present. But for Amy, it was too late. Trust, once broken, is rarely repaired. She confided in close friends and family members, admitting she felt betrayed and humiliated. The strong foundation she believed she had with Chris now felt like it was built on sand. When news of Amy and Chris's divorce broke, it didn't just affect the couple, it sent ripples across the entire Roloff family. For years, fans had watched Amy navigate the tricky balance of being Matt Roloff's ex-wife while also building a new life with Chris. Now everything was being upended again. Matt, Amy's ex-husband and longtime farm owner, reportedly had mixed feelings. On one hand, he had long since moved on with fiancée Karen Chandler, but on the other, he knew the pain of divorce all too well. Some insiders claim Matt wasn't surprised by the news, quietly telling friends that Amy rushed into things with Chris. Still, he expressed empathy, knowing firsthand how devastating it is when trust collapses in a marriage. Karen, never shy about speaking her mind, was allegedly more vocal behind the scenes. Some reports suggest she wasn't a fan of Chris from the beginning and saw this scandal as proof of her doubts. While she publicly remained supportive of Amy, fans suspect Karen may have quietly felt vindicated. For Zach and Tori, the divorce hit hard. They had embraced Chris as part of the family, often including him in holidays and outings. Tori, especially, was known for posting warm messages about Amy and Chris together. Now, she reportedly feels protective of Amy, encouraging her to focus on her kids and grandkids rather than the heartbreak. Zach, practical as always, expressed concern about how this would affect family gatherings and already strained Roloff relationships. Jeremy and Audrey, who left the show years ago but still draw huge attention with their social media presence, reacted differently. Audrey wrote a cryptic Instagram post about truth always coming to light and the importance of transparency in marriage. Fans immediately connected her words to Amy and Chris's split. Jeremy, meanwhile, stayed quiet, though those close to him say he was frustrated by the chaos surrounding the family name once again. Jacob, the youngest Roloff son, has long distanced himself from the spotlight, but even he couldn't fully avoid this news. His wife Isabel reportedly reached out to Amy privately, offering comfort and reminding her that she deserved peace above all else. Jacob, true to form, avoided making any public comments. Molly, Amy's only daughter, lives a private life away from TV cameras. But sources close to the family claim Molly was deeply saddened by the divorce. Having been Amy's confidant during her split from Matt, she knows how fragile her mother's heart is. Still, Molly encouraged Amy to embrace her independence and not see this as the end of her story, but rather as a new